CrackBerry.com.
Hey everyone, it's Zach from CrackBerry.com. Today we are taking a look at a new application for the BlackBerry Z10. It's called the Dive Plan. So the Dive Plan is an application that's been designed for scuba divers, as you can kind of tell. So from here we've got quick things we can do. We've got feet, meters. So whichever you prefer, you can switch between the two, slide it over, or tap. Now, the special part of this application is that it is part of the Built for BlackBerry program. So BlackBerry has certified that this application handles performance and BlackBerry specific features quite well, that they've put that stamp of approval on there. So getting this app that's going to run well, not going to crash, not going to freeze, not going to hang up your device, just going to be an enjoyable experience for the whole time. So one part Built for BlackBerry is using BlackBerry specific features, like I said. So this one features the invocation framework. So for sharing, you can go BBM, personal message, or you can do a share to download. So the BBM one's there. Let's take a look at the application. So like I said, you got feet and meters. We're going to go into feet. Let's take a look as we peek over here. We've got your home, which is what we are on right now. We've got our plan 2, plan 3, and then plan your next dive, and your minimum SIT. So SIT is surface interval. So being a scuba diver myself, this is actually a really handy application because currently you'd have to do a lot of this work on paper, which is awesome to have as a backup, but sometimes you want something that's going to do a lot of calculations for you. So let's take a look. Our first dive, we're going to go, we're going to go to 120, which is the deepest dive I've personally done. We're going to go down there for, about 25 minutes, which is roughly a good time to dive that deep. Reason being is because it's cold and oxygen level and compression level and stuff like that. So then we're going to go up to the surface for roughly 2 hours on a depth that dive. Dive that deep. And if you look, we've got your depth for your second dive. So since that was a deep dive, we're going to need decompression stop on our way up. So for non-divers, that's a stop roughly, I believe it's roughly 20 feet from the surface, where you're going to chill out there for about 10 to 15 minutes to allow for some nitrogen to escape from your bloodstream. So our second dive is going to be a little shallower. We're going to look at about 55 feet, and we're going to dive for about 32 minutes. So it's letting us know that there is a decompression stop needed, which is right there. So we know to perform this dive that I'm wanting to do safely, then I'm going to need to perform that decompression. So we can then share through BBM group, text message, email, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or our NFC. Let's take a look at email, just how it comes up there. So you've got simple information on what you're going to do. We're going to cancel that. Let's go back here. Dive 3, once again, same information and same characteristics there. So let's go back, and you can plan your next dive. And then we can go to minimum SIT. So you can calculate dive 1 was 120 feet for, say, 40 minutes. Dive 2 was 45 feet. We didn't go too deep. For 32 minutes. And it's telling us that we need to spend 24 hours above the water before we can go for another dive. Also, you want to note that that's also time you don't want to go on an airplane. But if you're a diver, you know all this stuff, and it should be simple for you. Once again, you can share this stuff through BBM throughout the application, or you can invite more people to download this application. So you've got some dive buddies on BlackBerry, get them to download it and check it out. This is the dive plan for the BlackBerry Z10. It's Zach from CrackBerry.com. See you guys later.